Hi, I'm Bri Miller, and I came to the Rock about a year and a half ago. My husband and I lived in Davenport at the time, and we started coming to the Rock right when we moved here, actually. Before I came to the Rock, I grew up in a church and a Christian family and a Christian school that the legalistic views of Christianity and the law was very much taught. I had a really hard time understanding God's grace and God's love for me and for other people too. And that was kind of my background in the church, kind of my background at home, and with my parents and with the people that I interacted with at church. And when we started coming to the Rock, I actually told my husband, I think that's too much grace. I think that, there's not that much grace from God. I think they're teaching that all wrong, and we kind of questioned what was being taught here at Rock Church. The second and third time that I came, and we were invited to small group, and we continue to hear the same things, just how much grace and how much love God has for us and has for His people. And I really struggled with the thought of accepting that because of what I had always been taught. Throughout our time at Rock Church, I realized that it wasn't only something that they were teaching, it was also something that they played out in their own lives and they showed to people. And grace was very freely given here, and I struggled with that quite a long time. And over the past couple years, I've realized how true and how biblical that is, that grace and that love from God. I grew up having a really bad relationship with my father, and a lot of that was because I had gotten hurt and I couldn't seem to come up with the grace and the love for him like God has for us. And over my time at the Rock Church, just the time that we spent here with the people and with the being in the sermons and being at our small group and interacting with the people here, I really started to take to that grace and that love that was always shown to us here and always given so freely. Over the past year or so, my relationship with my dad has been totally restored, and that's something that I really can't say that I would have had if I hadn't come here, if I hadn't been accepting the messages that I had always heard from Dan and Nick and even Terry sometimes about how much God does love us and how much grace He does have for His children, and how that can freely be yours as long as you want it and as long as you're willing to accept that. And I think that it's been extremely beneficial for me to have learned that, just with some marriage struggles and with some relationship problems that I've had over the past couple of years. I don't know how I would have worked through those things without hearing that message and the truth of the matter that God is love, God is grace, and not only having been taught that by Dan and Nick and Terry and other people, but also being shown that in their own lives and showing me how much they love us, how much grace they had for us in our mistakes, and how much grace God had for us in our mistakes.